Welcome to the video, guys. We're back at it again. Thanks for everyone who watched the first video of like this big return back to YouTube, but we're excited to be here. We got a big gym session ahead of us. We're hitting back today. I'm gonna give you some awesome tips, but we got to get the pre-workout and the intro workout going. So once again, pre-workout, we're going BPN flight stacked with endo pump. Again, I'm only gonna do like half a scoop of the flight, and then we're gonna do like a giant, like the world's biggest scoop of endo pump. And then in shaker number 2, the intro workout, we're doing G1M Sport. I told you guys in the last video that I was waiting for this to get in the mail. It's here. I got the salted watermelon flavor. It's pretty bomb. If you like watermelon, you're gonna like this one, but this is essentially just really fast digesting carbs and then electrolytes. And then because BPN doesn't have EAAs yet, I still use the Beam Recovery Aminos, which has EAAs in it. Funny enough, this has electrolytes in it too, so it's like double the electrolytes, and I will say, it's a little strong, but once the BPN ones come out, it's gonna be perfect. So I'm gonna mix this up, and then it's showtime. Let's do this. Every time we do this one, it like floats up in the air, and then one of us starts gagging every single time. It just like gets into our nose, and we're just like hacking up.
I'm gonna steal this.
Oh, are you now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just one little scoop of endo pump should do it. There it is. That's what she said.
The powder is so fine.
One last thing before we hit the gym. Gotta pick my shoes for the day. We're rocking like a blue stringer. So, I don't know what I'm thinking here, but we're gonna go with the gray. Gray and blue, classic. Now we're ready. All right, guys, so today's workout is all about growing the back, but specifically, you know me, I'm a bodybuilder, I'm a men's physique athlete, so we're gonna talk about my biggest tips to grow your back like a bodybuilder or like a men's physique athlete. If you've seen the backs lately on the men's physique stage, they are literally insane. You can throw up a picture of Aaron Banks or whatever on the screen, like they're getting wild. They have these turtle backs, and it's just like, it's literally insane. So we're gonna talk about how to do that. And there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to back training, a lot of myths I see on the internet, a lot of issues I see on social media with how people are kind of doing their back training. So we're gonna bust all those myths. I'm gonna teach you how to do it correctly, and yeah, how to get an insane, well-developed, kind of like all-rounder on your back. So yeah, let's get into this. Tip number 1, this is literally such a big tip, and just please hear me out here, but get yourself a pair of grips. I use the Ubora grips. I've used grips in general since 2016 because like you, like many of you, I always felt like my biceps were taking over during my back workouts. The Ubora grips allow you to grip the bar and completely remove your forearm and like your necessity to like really kind of squeeze hard, which tends to kind of like, it forces you to use a lot of forearm and biceps with your back movements. The sooner you get these, the sooner your back days will be changed forever. I'm not kidding. Like, get a pair of Ubora grips. I actually teamed up with Ubora almost 2 years ago now because I just really like the brand. They're affordable and they just have a great product. So link down in the description, but like seriously guys, get these. They will change your life. They last forever. They're not that expensive. Get them. We're gonna do a chest supported row. This is like absolutely savage when it comes to this machine. Like anything chest supported, I'm a massive fan of. But here's the deal, tip number 2, guys, it's like understanding why you're doing a row. I hate this myth so much, but everyone talks about like how rows are a lat growth exercise, and here's the deal. Yes, you use your lats when you're rowing, okay? You really do. It's a shoulder extension, like you will use your lats, but let's be clear, the purpose of rows is to grow your scapular retractors, aka traps and your rhomboids underneath your traps. That's how you're gonna get the thickness on your upper and middle back. It's from rows. So I hate this because everyone's like, oh, you gotta do rows to grow your lats, and then you gotta do pull downs to grow your lats. And I'm like, okay, so then how do you grow your traps, and how do you grow your middle back? Like, I think there's just a big confusion. So when you're doing rows, you should be focused on your scapular retraction. How do you do that? You think about your scapula, your shoulder blades pulling forward at the top, and then at the top right here, I should say the bottom, at the top right here, your shoulder blades are then squeezed together. The first cue in your head should be pulling your shoulder blades together. This right here is scapular retraction. That's how you're gonna grow your mid back. So when I'm doing that, that's my first movement. Boom, get the traps back. Sure, I'm gonna hit my lats too. This is not a lat machine though. This is to grow your mid, upper, back. This is how you do it. First set was good. I was supposed to go for 8 to 10. I ended up doing 12, so we actually increased the weight. This is the heaviest I've ever gone, so we'll see how it goes. You never want to break down your form here though. And the first thing you'll notice when your form is breaking down is scapular retraction goes away. You just start moving your arms. That's not what we want. To be very clear here, rows are in no way an optimal exercise for your lats. It's kind of like doing doing like a partial range of motion for biceps. Will it work to grow your biceps? Sure. But let's not ignore the fact that doing a full range of motion bicep curl is going to be better. Everyone who wants to grow their lats, they're spending so much time doing things that aren't as effective. So keep that in mind. This one's tricky on back day, but hear me out. Slow on the eccentrics. On the way down, you need to control it. If you imagine the concentric, or like the flexing part, and the eccentric, the lowering part, they're pretty much equal in terms of what's going to cause growth. It's very easy when you're training your back to just kind of let go of the weight, pull it up, let go of the weight, pull it up. Really focus, and you can see it on my clips. Just lowering the weight, using your back to lower the weight. Try not to use your biceps to lower the weight. Then come up. That extra control, I mean, literally, you might be doubling the growth potential by doing that. So keep that in mind. That's tip number 3. That's a big one. Okay, so now tip 4, actually growing the lats. This one's big for especially men's physique. We need to focus on the outer lat detail. There's a few ways you can do this. My favorite would be a reverse grip pull down of some sort. Keep it about shoulder height or shoulder width. I'm actually going a little wider right now. Personally, right now with my periodization, my program, I have pull-ups in because they just work really well for me. But for a lot of my clients where I'm working on the outer lat detail and roundness, we are doing that reverse grip pull downs. Again, you're gonna hit your lats a lot more from any sort of pull down or even like a high to low row than you will with any sort of like horizontal row. So that's what we're doing. We are on our last exercise for back and also our last tip. So tip number 5, growing specifically your traps. We're talking to upper traps here. I think like one of the biggest myths in the game is that just doing a lot of shrugs are just gonna grow your upper traps. The issue here is your upper traps really, like those upper fibers, have really low potential for growth, and focusing all your attention on shrugs probably isn't the best move unless you're doing them correctly. So instead of a normal up and down shrug, you actually kind of want to pull slightly like diagonally up. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna hit the angle of the muscle fibers and the traps a lot better. But also there's a few other things you can do. Number 1, like you could do a T-bar row like this, and depending on your angle, you're gonna be able to hit your upper traps a lot better. You could do a low to high angled like cable shrug. So you could get a cable machine, step back, and again, kind of do that kind of angled shrug. Anything like that, you're gonna grow the traps way, way, way better. So last workout of the day, we got this chest supported T-bar row. Let's get it.
only see y'all as the competition, but if you go against me, you the opposition. But if you wanna test to look like you could close the distance, I'ma give it A forever since you're so persistent. With you, I'm just practicing, cause I'm back to back, let's get back to winning. As a matter of fact, I'm not that forgiving, cause you did this to yourself, that's a bad decision. I don't see no one in front of me, you is a ghost, you ain't got a soul. Whoa, always say that they gon' come for me, knowing they won't.
All right, guys, that is a wrap for the back day. So yeah, it's crazy. Back is so important when it comes to bodybuilding, and whether you're just like lifestyle trying to get bigger and just healthier, your back is one of those muscle groups that are just gonna enhance your physique all around. Like, people know when you're wearing a t-shirt, they're gonna see that V-taper, it's gonna enhance the look of your physique so much. But if you're an actual bodybuilder, your back is essential. You can't have an okay back on stage. I mean, you absolutely have to have like the killer back. And so focusing on the right areas, the things that we talked about, busting the myths we talked about, all of that's gonna really just enhance your experience on the stage, help you do better. So these are the things that we work on really heavily with my clients. I make sure all of them have their lower grips. Again, code OAK down below. We make sure that they're all training correctly and well-rounded and focused on the right areas. So yeah, if this video helped you though, give it a thumbs up. And we're gonna be posting content like this a lot more. So we're posting weekly now, so subscribe to the channel and comment down below your all-time favorite back exercise for getting giant. But yeah, guys, my countdown to stage is starting to get real. I think I'm about 11 to 12 months out now, which is crazy. It means prep's gonna start in, who knows, like 7-ish months. And that means I only got about 7 months to get as big as possible. So wish me luck. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.